Today we're taking a look at this Mac LC, the first low-cost Mac, or the pizza box, and yeah, it has problems. For once it doesn't even power on, does nothing, it's dead as a doornail. So we have to open it up, recap it, because I think there will be quite some leakage, and yeah, it doesn't do anything. So let's see what we can see. Good thing is you just have to pull these tabs here. Some Macs still have their screw attached, mine doesn't. Got this off of eBay, I think, for 10-15 euros. I already did put in a new battery, and if you don't have a PRAM battery, that's what this is called, this thing won't do nothing. We have the board itself, power supply, disk drive, hard drive, and a fan. Pretty simple. The good thing is you can completely disassemble this machine without any tools whatsoever, because it's all clipped in. So first we take out this math coprocessor card. I think the board is pretty much the same as on the LC2, except for that this has an 68020 processor and the other one has a 68030 processor. You just pull some cables. Disk drive, and I think our problem is the power supply, but I haven't tested that yet, so we will see. Can leave all this in here, but we have to remove the fan because we have to take that out somehow. Okay, two clips, one here, and then this all just lifts out. And there's also the speaker attached. It's a bit dusty. And then we have this power connector here, which is very brittle plastic. There are these black tabs in there, and they break super easily. And to get this board out, you just have to move these two clips here, and then push it like this, and then you can just take it out. That is all there is to it. And now we can semi-safely remove this connector. Nice. And there's the board. That's that. And now we need the power supply, which is also only held in by, I think, two clips here. Yep. Like that, you have your power supply. Okay, so this is a very compact power supply. And I think we will take a look at the power supply first. And I think there's only one screw holding this all together here. So again, nice, Apple, nice. So I think we have one screw, two screws, four screws. And the one I just took out, not sure if it's supposed to come out. Well, never mind. I think these are all the same, so no harm done. And I think someone was already in here because this screw was pretty loose. Now this just opens up, I think. Yep, it does. Some plastic here. So how do we get this out? Yeah, there's a fat boy. Let's measure. There's some juice in there. Let's see what we get. And we get nada. Looks discharged. Now we have it. Okay. Let's see what we have. Yeah, that white stuff, no idea what that is. Maybe it's just some thermal paste to accommodate for this little voltage regulator in there. So the only thing we have here are some caps. Could it be the caps? Wouldn't that be crazy? Well, I don't have one of these super fat caps here, but they don't look bad. They actually look pretty good. No bulging, nothing. I wonder if this actually works. And it's just on the board. It's a bit wet on the connector here. Yeah, there's indeed a wet spot. So maybe only these caps are bad. Well, we can easily test that by just hooking this board up to my known good power supply. And I think I will put this back in here for now. Okay, so let me put this back together for now. And let's maybe test if this actually works, which would be crazy. But maybe let's first test this power supply and see what it does. If we get anything. So let's see what we have. I'm assuming that these black wires are ground. So these should be 5 plus 12 minus 12. Let's see. And we get nothing. Nothing at all. That looks rather deadish. Okay, so we will come back to this power supply later. As a matter of fact, this board has a lot of leakage, so I will recap it no matter what. So why not do this first, and then we at least know that we have a good working board, assuming that I don't damage it or there is already damage. And then we can go and figure out the power supply stuff. So let's go recapping. So this board looks good, nothing to recap here. It's just the processor and 3 little caps or resistors, not sure. Let's first remove these memory modules. Thankfully they're metal clips, not plastic clips like on the Amigas. And then we go, and I will start with these here, because they do look the crustiest. No, they look the crustiest up here. Let me just twist these off. These are super corroded, as you might see. So to remove these old caps, I use a multi-step method. Step 1 is to just twist off the cap. Then I clean off all the gunk I can see there. Then I go in and remove the feet with an iron. Then I clean with a solder wick here. And then I clean again with alcohol. And then I put on the new caps. And I have we need 3 of the 47 microfarad 16 volts. I have 25 volts. You can use higher voltages, but you shouldn't use lower voltages. You can use some flux to solder, but these pads on the Macs are pretty good, so the solder flows very well here, even if they have corroded a little. So I'm not using flux because it's easier to clean off than. Then I go in and just grab one, put some solder on the tip, grab one of the caps, sit it on the pads and just solder it in like that. Then I go from the other side and in is the new cap. And repeat for the other two. I will set up my fume extractor here. And that is just some fan mounted inside a Lego case I built. But it works. Does its job. Okay, so these three are in, and I go in again and clean. So there will be no residue whatsoever. And I have three nice and clean new caps. Good. And I continue like this with all the others, and I will jump cut and show you the result. So just to give you an idea of how bad it is, look at this and look at this. That's just gruesome shit. So the board is recapped and cleaned. As you can see, it's a bit dusty here, but this area here where it was really bad, it's all nice and shiny again. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So that should work. I'm not sure if it works because I've never seen it work. I actually bought it dead. You can see I only used one of these surface mount caps here, these electrolytic 1 microfarad, because I didn't have this in ceramic. Yeah, let's put this back into the Mac, I think. Maybe first clean the desk a little. You can see this is a carnage, and it was very crusty, and yeah, this board would have been a goner in a few months, I think. Came just at the right time, and this is from 1990. So yeah, I think this is not exactly the period all the people are talking about when they talk about the cap incidents and the stolen cap plans and stuff like that. So the bad caps seem to be earlier than 1993 or something, with the Amiga 1200 and 600. So I think I will put in the memory now. And then this goes in same way it got out. Just put it in. Make sure the cables are not in the way. And then you can see these little tabs here with those noses. You just put it in here and then you push forward and it clips into place. That's all. And then you reconnect all of this and you're good to go. It's just 3 cables plus the fan, which is right here. Interesting, the connection to the fan is made over these contacts here, and they clip in here. So that goes in here like this. And there's 2 noses here, so you put it in like this, push it under the board, and then you go and clip it in, and that's it. Nice. Okay, so this Mac is pretty much back together except for the power supply, which doesn't work. And I think I want to see this thing working now before I tackle the power supply. So I will grab my other Mac LC, and we plug in the power supply of that and see if the board actually works after all that work I put into it, which was about, I would say, an hour. So here's my second LC. I recently made a short about this. Recapping was the same story all over. And this board, as you can see, is recapped already. It's exactly the same connector and all. So let's take this out. And then we just swap this over here. And let's connect this to this. let's plug it in and see what it does. Yeah, I had to break out the monitor because all the connections didn't work and my pigtail didn't work. But we get question mark, so it's actually waiting for a boot disk. And I disconnected the hard drive and it's making noises, so yeah, I would say it works, at least this far. So let me reconnect the hard drive and let's see if that does anything. Okay, the hard drive is plugged back in. Let's start the monitor and let's start the machine. Also plugged in a mouse. Yeah, that monitor is not great. Okay, we have mouse, which is good. Mouse works. Nice. Now, do we get a hard disk? No sound at all. Nope, we get nothing. I think I have a System 7 boot disk somewhere, so let me grab that and we will try to boot from the floppy disk. So I have this original Mac install disk. I have a little assortment of disks here, like Excel and Word for Mac. Disconnected the hard drive again. Let's put in the disk. Let's see what happens. Not much yet. Yeah, it's asking for a disk, but it's not reading. Ah, that's not good. I do assume this drive is dead. Okay, so I recapped the board for pretty much nothing. Oh. No, it's reading. Just needed a little bit of a push. Okay, that's good. Drive seems to work. So it's just needs a little grease, I think, because when I pushed this button here, it actually began to work. Yeah, there we are. I'll check in a minute if the eject mechanism actually works. Oh, okay. Okay, let's actualize. Eject. Yep, it works. Nice. Okay, so this is a bit rusty, or a bit ungreased. I think if I grease this drive, this will be perfectly good again. There we are again. Yeah, okay, so this actually works. Hard disk is dead, seemingly, but that is not a problem. I will just put another one in here. Good. Yeah. Okay, let's open up this power supply again. So all the connections seem to be in place, so it's not that. We have a broken solder joint on the back. Nope, we don't. No rust, no traces, nothing. Fuse is good, we know that. So all I can really think of is that these caps are bad. And I hope it's not the big one, because I don't have one of these. I think I have all the smaller ones. Nothing looks burned or broken. There's just some fluid there, which I can't see where it comes from. You can see there on the screw hole, there's a wet spot. And that wet spot corresponds to this right here. So maybe there are leaking caps here. Okay, let me grab my soldering iron. Let me desolder the caps here. 8.2 microfarad 50 volts. I don't have that. 1000 microfarads 10 volts. I have these. So let's start with the bigger ones because I don't have the others. We have 47 microfarad cap next to the leakage here. 25 volts. I think I have that. You remove that first, maybe. Yeah, I think we found 3 of the culprits, which is the 1000 nanofarad thingies, and you can see these little legs under them. I removed them there and there and there. Yeah, these pretty much leaked all over the place. So to fully recap this power supply, I would need some 270 nanofarad caps, 3 of them, and one 8.2 microfarad, which I don't have. So I have replaced 3 leaking caps. This one was good, the 47 was good, the 1000 microfarad was bad. So I will put this back together and try it, and I will recap the rest when I get the parts. Hope I did everything right. Guess we will find out in a second. So we have ground hopefully here and some voltage here. Let's switch it on. And we get nothing. Yeah, so it is exactly as I thought. Black is ground, and this should be -5 or -12, I don't know. And so on. Let's try this again. But there is sweet. Oh, there is something actually. Just have to push further down. Okay, it's just way too low. Yeah, I think it's the other caps. Oh, this is getting really warm here. It's either the other caps or the voltage regulator. So I will have to get the parts, and for now I will just leave it. We recapped a Mac, it works. Yay, happy. So thanks for watching as always, and I see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.